Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Bring you our Arena Football League Week 4 Wraparound, where we're going to take you around all of the games on the Week 4 slate in Arena Football. But first, let's start off by breaking down the San Antonio Talons as they travel to the Tampa Bay Storm. Now, when you look at San Antonio in this game, and despite these guys being 0-2 right now, I still think this is a very good ball club. At least defensively, they held two opponents to under 50 points. That's huge in the Arena Football League. Now, offensively, as good and great as John Dutton is, he has to play better. Let's be honest. Got to do a better job of eliminating the mistakes and finding a way to get Jomo Wilson involved in the ball game. There are some talented playmakers on offense. They just have to be a little bit more consistent in order to come away with their first victory. Now, when you look at Tampa in this game, you look at their outstanding quarterback, Adrian McPherson. So far, hasn't thrown an interception all season long, and that's the real reason why they're able to sit here undefeated Week 4 in a young Arena Football season. So if he can keep that up, we know how much he has done on the ground with his legs. I think this could be a dangerous team to move on as the season progresses. Now, when you look at the defense, that's why I have the question. They need those 15 touchdowns because they give up a lot of yards on third downs. They can't get teams off the field, and opponents are converting at a 70% rate in the red zone. If they're going to remain undefeated, they're going to have to tighten that up defensively in order to have some success. Big game right here for both teams. One trying to get off the schneid, one trying to remain undefeated. I like Tampa to win this game. I can take offense in Arena Football 9 times out of 10. And I like the Storm's offense and the efficient yet effective quarterback play from Adrian McPherson. Let's take you around the Week 4 slate on the Arena Football League, starting in New Orleans. Actually, the Voodoo traveled down to Jacksonville to take on the Sharks. And the one question I have about the Voodoo, who's coming off a bye week, is can that offense get on fire early in the ball game? They're going to need every last point in order to knock off Jacksonville, who has an explosive offense. Now, the good part about it, they've had 2 weeks to prepare. For the Sharks, we'll see how well they come out ready to play. Now, for Jacksonville, I love the way they're playing defense. They're playing with supreme confidence, and what that means is that they fully trust that their offense can put points on the board, so they can be a little bit more aggressive defensively, and that's resulting in turnovers, and these guys are getting the ball back for their offense. I like Jacksonville in this game. I love the way they're playing offensively. They have some big targets out there. I mentioned that last week, and defensively they're playing aggressive with confidence. Look for the Sharks to win this one at home. Now let's move on to another big game this weekend between Arizona and Spokane. And we talked a lot early on in the video about San Antonio's defense. You can say the same things about Arizona. The good thing about Arizona is that they're able on offense to put up at least 70 points. So now you have the number 1 offense and the number 1 defense. That's going to make you tough to beat throughout the course of the season. And when you look at Spokane in this game, there was a report that came out early on in the week ranking the top quarterbacks, and Eric Meyer was left off that list. That's a travesty. This guy is quite possibly the best quarterback in Arena Football this year. 24 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. That's getting it done. They have an explosive offense, but I think defensively, I like Arizona's chances in this ball game. They're battle-tested. I think the Rattlers win this one on the road. Pittsburgh travels to Chicago to take on the Rush, and the biggest question I have about Pittsburgh's offense is when will it catch power? When will the power come on for these guys? We know Jordan Jefferson right now is getting adjusted to the arena game. 4 interceptions on the season, that's not going to get it done, but they have to find a way to put the ball in the end zone. Right now, they're losing games on average 65-35. That's going to get you beat each and every week. And when you look at Chicago, defensively, they're flatlined, which means they're playing consistent, which is what you want. Offensively, they're hit or miss. One day, they can put up 60 points. The next day, they're back down to 40. Gotta find consistency. They have big playmakers like big play Reggie Gray. Find ways to get him involved early, and they can have some success. I like the Rush to win this game. This will be another matchup where their offense will show up. Can they carry this over until the next week? That's going to be something you're going to have to watch for, but I think Chicago does have enough to win versus Pittsburgh. Philadelphia travels to Iowa to take on the Barnstormers, and what I like most about Philadelphia's offense is that it travels very well. This is a team that can score no matter if they're playing in Iowa, if they're playing in Philadelphia, if they're playing in a parking lot, they will be able to put up points. Now, what I was most impressed with last week was how well that defense showed up. Only allowing 33 points to a very tough Orlando Predators team was impressive. Now, when you look at Iowa in this game, I have some serious questions about their offensive line. J.J. Redick is getting hit way too many times back there in the pocket, and he's an outstanding player. And if you can't keep him upright throughout the course of the season, you won't win many games. That's why I like Philadelphia to win this ball game. I think their defense also travels well and will be able to put the clamps on the Barnstormers offense.